Hey guys, welcome back to Cahaba Tunes. My name is Russ. Today, I want to show you some finds that I've made over the last few weeks. Want to get away from, all of the MoFi debacle. I will say, I have seen several videos that have come out that have showcased, similar records to what I've shown the last few videos. So I'm glad that people are kind of getting on the bandwagon of some of these OG pressings that I've shown. I've seen Hall Notes, Rock and Soul, the Greatest Hits compilation. I've seen that shown several times and compared to the MoFi. I guess after I have did it, and glad that the word is getting out there. Saw that Michael 45 has really gotten into OG pressings now, and has had Patrick, the Vinyl Archivist, on his channel, today and the last few weeks talking about OG pressings. So it's really interesting to see the shift in kind of the sentiment of audiophile pressings and how they really truly sound when they stack up against the OG pressings. And I think more times than not, more and more people out there are realizing that the OG presses are the way to go, and that if that's not the case, that some of these reissues that aren't MoFi, i.e. Music on Vinyl, Rhino, some of these other pressings that are coming out, the Marvin Gaye, the Kevin Gray remastered, some of these are awesome and stack up to the MoFis and usually beat them and sometimes beat the OGs. So anyway, all to say, glad to see that going on in the VC, and feel like there's good momentum there, and feel like that we're learning a lot from each other, and that's kind of what it's all about. Really trying to find the best sounding pressings out there and really teach each other, based on our knowledge and our experience. So I think that's a good thing. So on to the vinyl finds. I went to two estate sales, and then I'll show you those first, and then I'll show you three records that I got from a neighbor, and one of the records in there is quite amazing. So stay till the end to see that one. You'll definitely want to see that. So start off this first estate sale I went to. Really didn't have amazing records. It was a lot of 60s and 70s stuff that was more just kind of singer-songwriter, kind of the usual stuff that you see and at thrift stores, but did happen to come away with a few pretty cool records. So first off, By Myself, Julie London, and I really like Julie. What a voice, very sultry, and just record that's in awesome shape. They're on the Liberty label, so glad to score that. I found a Julie London in the thrift in my local thrift store back probably a year or so ago, and it's awesome. So looking forward to giving this a spin. I haven't listened to it yet, but she's got a really good voice. So glad to pick that up. I'm a sucker for Christmas music, so when I saw this, I thought it was pretty cool. Country Christmas by Loretta Lynn. So, we've got Christmas coming up right around the corner, it seems like, and just cool to find this again in really great condition, and looking forward to spinning this coming up in the next few months. So, cool find there. Always cool to find, old school Verve records, and this is, Ella Fitzgerald sings the Gershwin songbook. Really cool to find this, and again in great shape. I'll show you the label on this one. I guess we've all seen the Verve, but just to show you the condition also of these. So awesome to find that. Ella, just classic voice, and really cool Verve recording there. And got a few more. So Also really like Frank Sinatra, and try to pick up his records whenever I can. So I have a few, but not all of his discography. So found this. This is Sinatra. Again, just great shape, as you can tell. And let's see. Yeah, this is on the kind of the turquoise blue capital label there. So cool to pick that up. That one features I've got The World on a String. That's kind of the main song on there, and of course all of his stuff's great. Another classic one, Strangers in the Night. I'll take this out for you. I mean, check out how mint that is. And just not really a speck of any kind of, discoloration or dirt or anything on that cover. So awesome. And the kicker on this is it's in mono, which is great. And of course we're on the that original Reprise label there. But you can see there it says mono, and this thing sounds awesome. I really do like mono records, especially from this kind of time period. Finding out that I love Beatles in mono, a good bit of the Beach Boys stuff in mono, and just sounds better to my ears. And sometimes they just hard panned that stuff. They put a vocal and a few instruments in one channel and put the drums and piano in another channel. It just kind of sounds wonky. So the mono is the way to go. Lastly, one of my favorite artists, Tony Bennett, and just a great cover here. This is I Want to Be Around, and just a great record. I'd never heard this record before. I've got several of Tony's records, but I was really glad to find this one, and this one also is in mono and sounds great. And it's on the 2i, and I mean, just check out how the spindle hole there is perfect. So this thing had not been played, but probably a handful of times when I picked it up. So sounds absolutely fabulous. And again, that was in mono, so pumped to get that. So went down to let's see, actually a store. So I'll show those next, and then I've got some more estate sales after this one. But went to a store that has dollar records. These should be buy one get one free, so we're 50 cents, and now they've done away with the buy one get one free. So I found 3 records that I took a chance on, and I'll show you those. This is the Thief of Hearts original motion picture soundtrack. Got a cool hype sticker there, and this soundtrack is done mostly by Harold Faltermeyer, and you would recognize him from doing Axel F for I guess Beverly Hills Cop. So really cool, just throwback to 80s. Also has Melissa Manchester on here, Annabella. Some people that I don't really recognize from the day, but I just thought cool hype sticker and Harold Faltermeyer, and just give it a shot for $1. So cool to have there. Next is Maria Muldaur, and I did not know really anything about Maria. Southern Winds, but cool cover, and so I looked it up on my phone while I was there, and this is just a real good bluesy kind of rock record. By the cover you wouldn't be able to tell that, but check this out sometime. Stream it if you can find it, whether it's on Spotify, or YouTube or whatnot. But good voice and a cool, like I said, bluesy rock. I guess kind of along the lines of Bonnie Raitt or somebody like that. But pretty cool record there. So picked that up, and again in great shape, still in the shrink. And then lastly, from that store, this just caught my eye, Petra, kind of a Christian rock band. Take this out of the plastic so you can see it better, if I can get it out of here. All right, there we go. So just beautiful cover there. But yeah, I looked this one up on my phone as well, and knew that Petra was kind of Christian rock. But man, this thing is a really good rock record, and this is in fabulous shape. And the kicker is this thing's worth I think like 20 or 30 bucks on Discogs. So I thought, well, you know, at the very least, it can be a decent investment, and I can trade it in or sell it for, you know, a little bit of money, make a little bit of money on it. But cool record, and yeah, again, love that cover. So. Found those three there. Sorry. So now we'll go back to the estate sales, kind of a garage sale actually that I went to north of town, and found 9 records there. Got 9 records for $20. So start off with Blood, Sweat, and Tears, New City. I really like Blood, Sweat, and Tears, so I picked this up, and really good record. So, cool to find that there. Yeah, took a chance on this one after looking at the players. This is After the Rain. This is on Pablo and Michael Legrand. I've learned that if you find these Pablo like this, even though the covers are kind of cheesy and whatnot, usually really good music on there. So, the players on here are Michael Legrand on piano, Ron Carter on bass, Grady Tate on drums, Gene Bertoncini on guitar, Joe Wilder on trumpet and flugelhorn, and kind of the kicker here is Zoot Sims and Phil Woods on saxophone, and then Phil also plays clarinet on the song. So saw that, and as far as the musicians, I knew the sound quality would be awesome, and yeah, really good record. This came out in '83 is what this says, but it's, you know, it's good. It's got a feel of not a ton of fusion, but it's just good jazz. I would say got more of a, you know, late '60s, early '70s feel to it. But check this out if you get a chance. Just stream it. But if you find this out in the wild, I would buy it, especially if you get it for a few bucks. But sounds great. I was excited to find this. This is Donald Byrd. Thank You for Funking Up My Life. This is a record he made when he was getting divorced, but this is still sealed. So I thought it's got a notch out right there, but I still haven't unsealed it yet. But cool record there. I like Donald Byrd, and so for, you know, $2, I picked that up. Another cool jazz record, a Charlie Rouse, Epistrophe. I haven't listened to this yet, but it's a live record, and, you know, again, it looks like it's a gold stamp promo. But just looking at the players on this, Charlie Rouse on tenor sax, Don Cherry on trumpet, Buddy Montgomery on vibes, George Cables on piano, Jessica Williams on piano on one of the songs, Jeff Chambers on bass, and Ralph Penland on drums. So, mastering by George Horn. You know, this just looked good. This is the last concert recording in San Francisco at the Thelonious Monk birthday tribute in 1988. So, that looked cool. Charlie Rouse is a great tenor sax player, and so decided to pick that up. It's in great shape. The guy that I bought these from kind of handed me this, said, "Hey, have you listened to this?" And this is El Coco Commotion. He likened it to Santana, but after listening to it, it's a little bit more disco-y. You know, it's okay, but nothing great. But anyway, took a chance on that, so it's all right. This one, I had seen Tim over at the University of Vinyl talk about this record, and when I came across it, I was like, wow, I've just seen the video on this, so kind of stoked to see it. But which is by the Sheffield Treasury. I've Got the Music in Me by Thelma Houston, and Pressure Cooker. Thelma was, of course, related to Whitney. I think it's her mom. If not, I guess it's her aunt. But really cool. And what was it? Doug Sachs, I believe, who did the Sheffield Treasury, records, and these were, were cut straight to disc, and just the sound quality on these is awesome. But yeah, as kind of Tim mentioned as well, great players on this. On guitars, Larry Carlton is on here. They've got Victor Feldman on percussion, and Tom Scott and Jim Horner on sax. Just some really good players in kind of an orchestral type jazz band. And so there's probably half the songs, and looks like there's 8 or 9 songs on here, 8 songs. Half the songs, probably 4 songs are vocal, and the other 4 are instrumental. And so really cool record, and it was in really good shape, but that's the label there. But yeah, if you find any of these Sheffield Treasury records, check them out, because the sound quality on these is quite awesome. But so I thought that was pretty cool to find that right after seeing that video on it. And I know we've all got stories like that about records that we see in some of the videos that we watch, and then the next day or the next week or soon thereafter we find them in the wild. So that was pretty cool. A few more, let's see, from that garage sale, and this is the history of West Montgomery on Verbs. It's just kind of his greatest hits. It's a 2-record set, and so grab this in great shape. And Wes Montgomery, of course, classic guitarist, and so wanted to grab that. I don't have a ton of his stuff. I want to get more, but so that was really cool to get. The Yellow Jackets, Four Corners, man, really good fusion record from '87, and I love jazz fusion. I know a lot of people kind of dog it. A lot of people don't like late '70s and '80s and '90s jazz, but I love it. I listen to current jazz as well, and this fits in with today's stuff. I mean, this is not really an '80s kind of type record. This is just good jazz. So check this out if you like kind of that type music, but definitely cheap heat, as they say, and glad that I picked that up. And then lastly, found this Organ Grinder Swing by the incredible Jimmy Smith. And after I saw Jimmy Smith's name, I saw featuring Kenny Burrell, and when I saw that, I said, "Yep, I'm picking that up. I don't care what kind of condition it's in. If it's playable, I'm going to pick it up for $2." So it's got Grady Tate on there as well, and he's playing the drums. But really cool record, very soulful. Jimmy Smith, just just a great soulful organ player, and I love this record. It's great. Kenny Burrell, of course, on fire on guitar, but I haven't really seen this featured much on the VC, if at all. But if you come across this, grab it. If not, just stream it and check it out. But really good music. Jimmy Smith doing his thing. So awesome that I found that. And these last 3, I had been meaning to put a kind of an announcement on my neighborhood's Facebook page, just asking if anybody had any records they wanted to sell or trade. And I finally got around to doing that, and had several people contact me over the last week or so. And one gentleman went over to his house, and he had probably about 30 records in a box. And so I looked through them and found 3 records, and one is just going to blow you away. But came away with these, and the kicker is I didn't have any cash on me that day, and said, "Hey, do you have Venmo or PayPal?" And he didn't have those apps, and so he just said, "Hey, if you're going to enjoy these, just take them and enjoy them." And so he gave them to me for free. So that's kind of the kicker. But I told him that I owed him, and anyway. So I'll show you these. This is cool. Can't tell by the front, probably, what this is, but it's the best of Otis Redding, and just a cool double record set on Atco, and really cool to have that. I've only got one Otis Redding record, and it doesn't sound all that great, and so this is pretty cool, although it is in stereo, so it's kind of hard panned also, but at least the sound quality is better. So Otis, just what a voice, and just classic music, and glad to pick that up. Next, Rough Edges by Ben E. King, and you can see there's a promotional copy, so pretty cool. Ben E. King, just a great voice, very soulful, and yeah, this is a great record, so it's cool. It's on the Maxwell label. Gonna have to clean this probably a few more times. It is on a white label, but I don't know. The vinyl's a little bit noisy. It's just not the best sounding, unfortunately, record that I've heard, and so a little disappointed by that. But you know, what can you do? It was free, so can't complain too much. And so anyway, when I was going through this box and I saw this, my eyes lit up. You know, I've never really heard this artist's music, to tell the truth. I've seen Noble Records talk about this artist, seen a few other people talk about this artist, and a very interesting singer-songwriter. I listened to this record, and after the first song, I was kind of like, I'm not sure. But this record gets better and better with each song that goes on, and now I kind of get the mystique and the aura kind of around this guy. And at any rate, I knew it was a valuable record. I just didn't realize. I never looked it up before, and once I got home, looked it up and was pretty much in shock. But so this is what I came across, and I'll take it out of the plastic here. It's still in the shrink, but Townes Van Zandt, Delta Mama Blues, and this thing is pretty mint. Dare to say, probably one of the finer examples out there. Still in the shrink, just beautiful. And here it is on the original Poppy label. That's beautiful. I've heard and I guess seeing others kind of show this, but to see it in person is unreal. But as you can tell, just in fabulous shape. This has been played a handful of times, and it does sound really good. The harmonicas on here, the guitars, the bass on it is just all just right, and yeah. So I now get it about Townes Van Zandt. I'm definitely going to have to look out for some more of his records. I don't think I will get as lucky as finding a pretty much near mint or mint OG in the shrink. But man, what a find, and that just goes to show that they're out there. You just gotta hunt and find for them, and you just never know what's in people's collections. And like I said, this was a box of like 30 records, and just never in a million years would think I would come across a record that's look it up on Discogs, but that's a $150, $200 record all day, and in that condition it might be worth probably more than that. So but I'm keeping it for now, and I'm definitely going to play it, enjoy it, and wow, just one of probably my best find ever, quite frankly. I mean, in terms of the kind of scarcity of that record and the value and whatnot. So that's what makes this hobby fun. Is just the thrill of the hunt, of the chase, and just kind of digging for gold. And a lot of times we don't find it, but every now and then we get lucky. So I was definitely fortunate, and really thanked him for letting me have those records, and we'll definitely enjoy them for years to come. So hope you enjoyed that. Hope everyone is well out there and enjoying watching everyone's videos, and look forward to making another video soon. So take care and be healthy, and see y'all later.